Imagine robbing an airplane in front of dozens of witnesses, jumping into a freezing storm with $200,000 strapped to your body, and then disappearing so completely that the FBI spends the next 45 years chasing a ghost. It sounds like a Hollywood movie, but it really happened. More than 50 years later, nobody knows whether D.B. Cooper died that night or pulled off the greatest escape in American history. On November 24th, 1971, the day before Thanksgiving, a quiet man wearing a black suit, tie, and sunglasses boarded Northwest Orient Flight 305 in Portland, Oregon. He bought a one-way ticket to Seattle under the name Dan Cooper, ordered a bourbon and soda, and looked like every other businessman on board. Shortly after takeoff, he handed a folded note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. At first, she ignored it, thinking it was another passenger flirting with her. Cooper calmly leaned over and whispered, "Miss, you'd better read it. I have a bomb." When she opened the note, he quietly revealed wires and red cylinders inside his briefcase that looked exactly like explosives. Whether the bomb was real has never been confirmed, but no one was willing to take the chance. Cooper remained calm throughout the hijacking. He never shouted, threatened anyone, or harmed a single passenger. His demands were simple: $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting after landing in Seattle. Authorities agreed. Once the plane landed, the ransom money and parachutes were delivered, and Cooper released all the passengers along with several crew members. But the hijacking wasn't over. He ordered the pilots back into the air toward Mexico, flying low at 10,000 feet. Investigators later realized Cooper knew an unusual amount about the Boeing 727, including its unique rear staircase. Somewhere over the forests of Washington state, he strapped the ransom money to himself, lowered the rear stairs while the aircraft was still flying, and jumped into the freezing darkness. No one saw him leave. When the plane landed, Cooper had vanished. The FBI launched one of the biggest investigations in its history. Agents searched forests, rivers, and mountains, interviewed thousands of people, and investigated more than 1,000 suspects. Yet they never found a body, a parachute, or any confirmed trace of Cooper. Over time, several theories emerged. The first theory claims Cooper died during the jump. He parachuted into freezing weather, heavy rain, and powerful winds while wearing a business suit and loafers instead of proper skydiving gear. Many investigators believed surviving those conditions would have been nearly impossible. The second theory argues Cooper was an experienced military parachutist or skydiver. He seemed to understand aircraft operations, selected a safe flight path, and demanded 4 parachutes, likely to prevent authorities from sabotaging them by making police think he might take a hostage with him. That level of planning suggests someone with professional training. Then, in 1980, an 8-year-old boy named Brian Ingram discovered nearly $5,800 of Cooper's ransom money buried along the Columbia River. The serial numbers matched the ransom exactly, but the discovery only deepened the mystery. If Cooper died during the jump, how did the money end up there? And if he survived, why was only a small portion ever found? Over the decades, suspects like Richard Floyd McCoy and Robert Rackstraw attracted attention, but none could ever be proven to be D.B. Cooper. No fingerprints, DNA, or witness testimony ever solved the case. In 2016, after 45 years of investigation, the FBI officially closed the active case. Yet the mystery lives on. Did D.B. Cooper die somewhere in the wilderness? Or did he quietly disappear and spend the rest of his life knowing he had outsmarted the FBI forever? More than half a century later, America's only unsolved commercial airplane hijacking still has no answer. And that may be exactly how D.B. Cooper wanted it.